West Wing Week.
Welcome to the West Wing Week, your guide to everything that's happening at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This week, the president made a major announcement on a policy to guarantee access to free preventative health care services, unveiled next year's budget, pushed Congress to extend the payroll tax, awarded the National Medals of Arts and Humanities, met with China's Vice President Xi, and traveled west to Wisconsin and California. That's February 10th to February 16th, or go big.
Today is Valentine's Day. Go big. That's my advice.
On Friday, the president spoke to reporters in the White House briefing room and made an important announcement on a policy that will respect religious views while guaranteeing access to free preventative services like contraception to workers across the country.
Every woman should be in control of the decisions that affect her own health, period. This is an issue where people of goodwill on both sides of the debate have been sorting through some very complicated questions to find a solution that works for everyone. With today's announcement, we've done that. Religious liberty will be protected, and a law that requires free preventive care will not discriminate against women.
Meanwhile, in Dallas, Texas, First Lady Michelle Obama marked day 2 of her Let's Move tour by taping a segment of the popular TV cooking show Top Chef. Joined by Top Chef alums, members of the Dallas Cowboys football team, and local school children, she served as a judge to a healthy cooking competition that highlighted a key component of the Let's Move initiative, making school lunches more tasty and nutritious.
We're gonna do the same thing with this cilantro. You like cilantro? Yeah.
Later, in Homestead, Florida, the First Lady continued the discussion of childhood health, nutrition, and fitness at a WebMD town hall with local families, before ending her day in Central Florida, where she joined the Halls family at their home and sat down for a healthy, home-cooked dinner based upon the principles of My Plate, a new USDA nutrition system that replaced the old pyramid. On Saturday, the First Lady concluded her Let's Move tour at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex at Disney World, where she joined 1,400 families for a community physical activity event. On Monday, February 13th, the president visited Northern Virginia Community College to unveil his budget proposal and announce a new $8 billion Community College to Career Fund.
In the State of the Union, I outlined a blueprint for an economy that is built to last. Today, we're releasing the details of that blueprint in the form of next year's budget. Don't worry, I will not read it to you. But the main idea in the budget is this. At a time when our economy is growing and creating jobs at a faster clip, we've got to do everything in our power to keep this recovery on track. And that's why my administration is helping community colleges redesign training programs. And that's why we're making a national commitment to train 2 million Americans with skills they need to get a job right now or start their own business right now.
Back at the White House, the First Lady and the President were part of a time-honored White House tradition of awarding the 2011 National Medal of Arts and National Humanities Medal in the East Room.
Somewhere in America, the next great writer is wrestling with the first draft of an English paper. Somewhere the next great actor is mustering up the courage to try out for that school play. Somewhere the next great artist is doodling on their homework. Somewhere the next great thinker is asking their teacher, why not? They're out there right now, dwelling in possibility.
On Tuesday, the president delivered remarks urging Congress to extend the payroll tax cut and unemployment insurance, and was joined by Americans from across the country who have shared what $40 a paycheck means to them.
Just pass this middle-class tax cut, pass the extension of unemployment insurance, do it before it's too late, and I will sign it right away.
Later, the president sat down with Chinese Vice President Xi for a bilateral meeting in the Oval Office. On Wednesday, the president traveled to Milwaukee to tour the manufacturing facilities at Masterlock and discuss his blueprint for an economy built to last, based on American manufacturing and the importance of companies insourcing and investing right here in America.
Manufacturing is coming back. Companies are starting to bring jobs back. The economy is getting stronger. The recovery is speeding up. We're moving in the right direction. And now we have to do everything in our power to keep our foot on the gas.
Meanwhile, on Thursday, back in Washington, the First Lady made a surprise appearance in the Blue Room to greet unsuspecting tourists visiting the White House. She was, of course, accompanied by Beau. And this concludes the 99th edition of the West Wing Week. You heard that right, the 99th week. To find out more information on any of these topics or to see complete videos of these events, go to whitehouse.gov and be sure to tune in next week for a special 100th edition. And thanks again for checking out the West Wing Week.
I was thinking about the fact that I am a father of two girls who are soon going to be in high school. And then it might come in handy to have these super locks.